to the biggest tournament in the world. I mean, when we started the show off, we did a quick preview of what the games were like. And I will start with the Argentina England game. I mean, I watched that particular game. England, they scored in the 55th minute. Um, Before that particular goal, it was more like they were able to contain Messi. We had 3, 4 players going after Messi anytime he's on the ball. And immediately England scored, they started dropping deep. I will take you back to the final of the 2021 Champions League. Um, Chelsea scored, and from there on, it was more of defending for Thomas Tuchel. And at the end of the day, Thomas Tuchel finally won. You scored in the 55th minute, and the substitution that he was making was more of defending. A lot of people said, the substitution for Reece James was because Reece James was injured and the rest of that. However, the moment you begin to drop deep, you begin to invite pressure because Messi had a whole lot of space to operate in. Immediately, England scored that particular goal. So I will start with you, Temilolua. Do you think the substitution from Tuchel cost them that particular game? And two, there was a Saka on the bench. You refused to bring a Saka on. There was a Rashford on the bench that could, hold up play, peg back the defense of Argentina. Those players did not come up. Another point, the third one, so I can answer everything together. When the team sheet was released, when the squad list was released, a whole lot of people complained. Luke Shaw was doing fantastic for Manchester United. Luke Shaw was nowhere to be found in that particular team. Maguire was one of the most improved players. You decided not to pick him. A Trent Alexander-Arnold, yes, he's neither here nor there, but he has tournament experience. He's not there. So don't you think all these things cumulated in the failures? Because I mean, if you had changed Southgate because he's always getting close and not delivering, you brought in Tuchel, different coach, the same result. What do you make of all of this, Tim Lolua?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Well, first and foremost, I do not really rate Thomas Tuchel as highly as people expect. I followed his managerial career right from his time at Mainz. He's a big lover of the Bundesliga. So I followed him from Mainz to Borussia Dortmund, and then when he moved to Chelsea. So there's something about Tuchel is that sometimes Tuchel crumbles under pressure. You understand? And he's somebody that if you are not the setup about Tuchel is don't give him too much power. Give him limited power. You understand? And he will perform. But the moment you give Tuchel too much power, the team will start to crumble. That is what I've observed from his managerial career. So getting to England, he was giving too much power. You understand? So that was why the whole team, and to be honest with you, I don't even have a problem with the players he selected. You understand? If Spain can be starting a 19-year-old Kubrasi in defense and it is working, there's no problem with whoever he carries and go. Now it is now tactics based. That's just it. So in England setup, there's no controller in that midfield. There's no controller. Everybody's just running. Everybody's running. Once they get the ball, everybody's running. And when you get to semi-final of football, you understand, of any tournament, you come across teams that like to play. You understand, that like the ball on the ground. And the most times, teams that win are the ones that have the ball on the ground, not you that are running up and down. You understand? So that was what happened between France and Spain that we will get to. You get me? But for England, the moment Thomas Tuchel started to make those defensive substitutions, I knew England will lose. You understand? Because you've passed the message to your opponent. You understand that? Look, we are not attacking again. You can do all the attacking, we are going to defend. And you cannot defend under that kind of pressure for long. You understand? It doesn't work. Most African nations have tried it. It didn't work. You understand? So it cannot work. You You get, and I was surprised because what I was expecting, we'll still get back to the match between France and Spain because that match showed tactical setup that England totally lacked. But then for England, they tried marking Messi. They tried the setup, the arrangements to silence Messi actually worked for a while. You understand? But then those defensive substitution crumbled those systems. You have people like Saka, bring them in. You have people like Rashford, bring them in. The presence of these players will not even allow the national to come out to attack you well because they know yes, there is space. You understand? Any long ball, Rashford is gone. Any long ball, Saka is gone. So they still that fear they wouldn't come and finish. But when you have these guys on the bench and then you are bringing on defenders, bringing on Dan Bond, bringing on Kwanzaa, bringing on, and I'm like, all of these guys, you're only applying pressure to yourself. And then Messi discovered that, you know what, I think I cannot go through the middle because the middle is congested. Let me play from the wing. Yes, and I was surprised that from the wing he got 2 assists. For the second goal, he even beat one-on-one. In a one-on-one situation, he beats the defender to put in a cross, a right-footed cross for a Messi. So he has understood the England pattern of play that they do not have the presence in defense for area for not bringing Maguire. I was telling a friend that if Maguire was on that pitch, that Lautaro Martinez goal would not have been because Maguire knows how to organize. We've known the problem we see. We've known England as a prior to now. They are very dangerous defense set piece, and guess what knocked them out? Crossing. Something they were good at. You understand? Was what now eventually sent them out. You have people like Harry Kane that can head, even bringing. You see, Mr. Mayowa.
Yes. I think the network is messing up. Solomon, please go ahead.
Okay, so Mr. Timmy has actually said quite a number of things I also want to touch on. But let me give you a very good, what's it called? Let me give you a breakdown. Now, at some point in that match, England
Kind of
had,
food.
Yeah, go ahead, Solomon. Go ahead, Solomon.
I think Mr. Timmy is still talking. I
Playing
can't
with
just hear him.
Argentina is that are playing with discipline and hunger. You understand? And that was what helped them come through. So for England, it's back to the drawing board. I don't know if Tuchel is the right man for the job. I've said this even before the tournament, and I'm saying it after the tournament. So they still have one more match against France. Maybe they can surprise themselves and get a bronze medal.
Oh, okay. That's fantastic. So Solomon, I mean, you watched that particular game. What do you make of Tuchel's substitution and how England played? For 55 minutes before that goal, they were able to contain Messi. After that goal, everything collapsed. What do you make of that particular game?
Well, they were brilliant in the first half, obviously, right? Obviously, they were. They were able to, and thumbs up to Jake Spence. I'm very, very impressed. I don't like him as a person, but I was very, very impressed with his performance. Do you understand? Top player. At some point, he was even dribbling. A right back that was dribbling like that. I'll be left back. He was playing in left back position. Top player. I really, really love this performance against Argentina. And when the goal happened, you could tell that Thomas Tuchel at some point did not want to defend. When the goal happened, England still tried to pile on pressure on Argentina. Do you understand? England still tried. The goal happened in the 55th minute, right? Like for the first 5-6 minutes, England were still trying to pile pressure. But yes, here's what happened. You know, they now moved. Argentina now made substitutions. They moved. You know what they did? We now had, let me tell you the way they have it. They now have Lautaro Martinez, Alvarez, Enzo, Messi, Nico Gonzalez, Rodrigo De Paul. Just what I'm saying, they had more attackers or players who are much more attacking minded than defenders. Look at the difference with both teams. After the hydration break, which was where I was expecting Tuchel to make that substitution. I think Reece James was already injured. That's fine. He's injured or he could not keep up with the match. That's fine. You take out Reece James as the right back. Beautiful. Take Spence, take Jade Spence, put him in the right back position and bring on a natural position player in Nico O'Reilly. Brilliant. That is it. Just it's a like for like substitution that was supposed to happen. Like for like. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Gordon, after the match, after the goal rather, he did not touch the ball again because he was having to defend and defend and defend. He could not touch the ball again, which is where I now had problems. And I was saying it. I said it at the initial conversation. I said it that, you know what? When England had a set, when England had a set piece like goal kick, for instance, they could not play out. You know why they could not play out? They don't have any players again. Let me tell you where they had it. They had Konza, Bond, Stones, Gay, Spence, and O'Reilly. Six defenders. You now had Anderson, Gordon, Kane, Bellingham. I think at some point, yeah, Morgan Rogers was obviously in the match. But at some point, this was the way they had it. This was the way they had it, right? Konza, Bond, Stones, Gay, Spence, and O'Reilly, all in the back, all of them at the back. And then you now add Anderson, Gordon, Kane, and Bellingham. It was wrong. It was completely wrong. What he needed to have done in that match was to ensure that you had, Mr. Tina said it, have the presence of Saka, have the presence of Rashford. The fact that Saka did not even play that match, no, he should have told you can't do that. There should have been an attacking player that would have made it impossible for Argentina to come all out. Because the presence of why did Harry Kane finish that match? Why did Harry Kane finish that match? Why did Harry Kane finish that match? Ivan Toney, Oli Watkins. And I was watching his interview, Thomas Tuchel, after the match. He said, Kobe Mainu, the game was too intense for Kobe Mainu. What? What? I do not mean to be coach. I mean, he's with them. He's a professional. He's with them in camp. He knows their level. But what? Kobe Mainu plays in Manchester United. Kobe Mainu with Michael Carrick has been one of the standout midfielders with Michael Carrick. He plays in a top team, in a top league. So what intensity do you want to show? What intensity are you talking about? Kobe Mainu turned up in the FACup finals. What intensity are you talking about? If you just talk about, you want to say maybe his age or he's young. Paul Kubasi is 19.
19.
What exactly are you talking about? So he just lost it after he decided to go completely defending. You know, he just lost it. He just lost it. And now this is how you know that they lost it. It's the same thing completely with Ateta. When the whole thing has now gone south, they will now do the solution that we're supposed to do at the very beginning. The solution they were supposed to do at the very beginning, they will not be doing it after everything has gone south. He now brought on Rashford and Ivan Toney. He now took out defenders. Can you imagine? He took out defenders to accommodate Rashford and Ivan Toney. The defenders that you should have taken out, or the defenders that you should not have even brought on at all. Look at the second goal of Lionel Messi. The ball passed O'Reilly, Spence, Gay, Dan Bond.
The supposed very top players.
You understand? He was not with his left foot, though. His weaker foot. And we know that Messi is not even so good with his right foot in the first place. He still made that cross possible. Another thing again, some people might disagree, or quite a number of people would disagree. I'm not exactly sure why he took out Declan Rice. I don't know. I find it, because as I said, I went back to watch highlights and all those things. I was surprised that he took out Declan Rice. I was expecting that it was Anderson he was going to take out. And I'll tell you why. Watch the replays after Declan Rice was taken out. Rodrigo De Paul and Enzo Fernandez had so much space. I'm not even talking about Messi now. Rodrigo De Paul and Enzo Fernandez, too much space. The first goal, the ball that led to the corner, it was a shot from Enzo Fernandez that hit the bar, that they played out. And then the corner, the goal resulted from that one. Nobody was closing them down. Either Enzo, either Rodrigo De Paul, nobody was closing them down. That was the space that they had, or that Enzo had, to be able to even first off think about playing the shot. That was where he got it wrong. Why? It was just really annoying, because now they had the chance to be able to do what they have not done in over 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Get into the finals of the FIFA World Cup for the first time in a very long time. And this crop of players, very good set of players. This is not about the players that I did not bring. We will not have the conversation about the players that he did not bring if he had gotten into the finals. We are not going to be having that conversation. The players he brought obviously have the level of the quality, or the quality that you want at play. And they did show it. Another thing, however, is if you look throughout this tournament, what exactly is England's pattern of play? If you look at Spain, for instance,
I'm still trying to figure it out, because I mean, it was more of individual brilliance that got them here.
if you look at Spain, for instance, you can tell that you need to play the ball on the ground. Play. We play. Do you understand? We play. We control the midfield more than any other thing. And the reason why they will control the midfield more than any other thing is because the players that they have up front, they are not as electric as the players that they had in the 2024 Euros. And I say electric because Lamine Yamal is probably playing through an injury right now. He's not 100% fit. Do you understand? Alex Baena cannot give you the flair, cannot give you the dribbles, cannot give you the runs that Nico Williams can give you. Just what I'm saying. So Oyarzabal is left with ensuring that it's just, his position is right, he's just doing the right things in the box and ensuring that he's there whenever the moments come. Which is why Spain obviously will play very well from the midfield.
Yeah, please, Solomon, finish your thought.
So as I was saying, we don't know the pattern of play of the English team. We know the pattern of play of Argentina. We know the pattern of play of France. We know the pattern of play of Spain. Just what I'm saying. The identity is not there yet for England. That's just what I believe, right? The identity is just not there yet. Then again, as we said, you needed the presence of these attackers to ensure that when you play goal kicks, who are you playing the goal kick to? Because what the mistake that they made, if you just watch the replay, you will see what I'm saying. What they did was that when what's his name now? Pickford, right? When the ball goes for goal kick, if you waste time, at some point the referee was telling him to get on with the match. He was wasting time, not only because obviously he wanted to run down the match. They were playing from the back. Normally, their goal kicks are always out. But they did not have people to play the ball out to, so they needed to start start playing out from the back, because they were all made up of defenders. Now look at the difference: 6 attackers for Argentina, 6 defenders for England. Please, who will crack under pressure? Who will crack under pressure? The centre backs of Argentina, they were yellow carded already. There was nobody to mount pressure on them. Harry Kane's legs were gone. Take him out. I can't even believe that I'm never talking about Harry Kane, because that brother, he don't ghost for 2 matches. He has ghosted in 2 matches now. We're not saying anything. We're not saying anything. That's what I'm saying. Ghosted in matches that matter the most. So I just feel like Thomas Tuchel, and funnily enough, the English FA, they are continuing with him. They said he's going to take them to the 2028 Euros. So it's coming home very soon. I feel like England, they're just a moving man, and one day they'll meet their luck. I feel like England, they're just a moving man, and one day they'll meet their luck, because now they've gotten so close so many times. So